Hello everyone, I'm Nikhil Jha, founder of Inspire Talks, and today we have a very special guest. And guess what? She's also my senior from the college, Vidhi Pala. So, welcome to the show, Vidhi. I hope
Hello,
you're doing
Nikhil.
great.
Yeah, I'm well. How are you?
I'm super great. So, thank you for coming to the show. And आपको यकीन नहीं होगा, when I was in the first year of the college, she was in the final year of the college, and हम लोगों ने we joined that drama part, and a cultural fest was going on, so we were part. We went to zonal level and multiple levels, and we were having a lot of धमाल मस्ती. So senior junior वाला वैसा कुछ feel नहीं हुआ कभी. She is great in various things, which she will tell herself. तो विधि अभी आगे फिर आपका फ्लोर. So would like to know your stories, means starting from school days, college days till
Okay.
now. Yes.
Yeah. So my early childhood has been amazing. I have always been lively, cheerful, bubbly, energetic, and agile. I've always been active. During my school time, I used to have a tight schedule, like school in the morning, then in afternoon I used to have homework and tuitions, and in the evening, my evening was completely dedicated to extracurricular activities like dance, music, skating, swimming, drawing. I have done lots of activities during my school time, and the credits for these extracurricular activities goes to my parents and my grandfather. He used to appreciate each and every art form, may it be dance or music or drama, drawing, singing, any activity. He had always supported me to take part in any events or workshops. I was active in my school in various events, in various functions, in organizing committee. I was a prefect. I was captain during my high school, house captain. So I had played different roles during my school. Like I was a leader, I was a creator, I was a choreographer. Different parts has been played, and this thing came into my graduation years also. Like I used to take part in every extracurricular activities. There were you can name an event and I was there, whether it is about organizing any conferences, or it is about drama youth festival, it is about Brilzinger, our college event,
Yes.
or any event. Like I would be there. I was also CR of my batch. So I have played many roles during my school and graduation years. I had always hectic schedules. I like to study, but I haven't spent all day for studying. Like I can't study all day, but I try to make sure that I get certain scores in my exams. Yeah, that's it. I think I had pretty active and amazing childhood.
Super amazing. And means I have seen you being very active. Even the first time we were introduced, it was a conference, I guess. You guys were leading it, and we being the freshies,
Yes,
हम लोग
yes.
आगे पीछे घूम रहे थे, यार बता दो इसमें क्या होगा, इसमें कैसे होगा. And the
Yes.
best part was Gujarat में I was finding very great seniors, very nice seniors, and totally different language वाला area जहाँ पे उतना मुझे पता नहीं था, but काफी अच्छे से settle down हो गया था, and मजा भी आ रहा था.
Yeah, there is ragging, no ragging in Gujarat.
Yes. So you recently, मतलब I follow you obviously on Instagram and all social medias. So अभी आपने काफी मस्त जो big turn बोलते हैं ना लाइफ में, चलते चलते अचानक से भाई ये कुछ डिफरेंट किया, तो वो देखा कि you turned vegan.
Yeah.
And you adapted vegan. So would love to know about it. कहाँ से इंस्पिरेशन मिला, कैसे क्या हुआ, and how is it making impact on your life? So everything about being vegan.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, that's an interesting question. So I turned vegan a year and a half ago in March 2020. So I had not much idea about veganism. I had heard about it, but I didn't know much about veganism. So how the story started is, actually I was going through some WhatsApp status, and one of my friend has kept a YouTube link, and I just ignored. I had just ignored. I tapped and went to the next story, And there she had written, I literally remember the wordings, there she had written, OMG, I don't believe the cup of the coffee I'm holding in my hand has come through this much cruelty. It was stuck in my subconscious mind, but still, I didn't click on the link. I ignored, I kept my phone aside, but that thing was continuously going on my subconscious mind. After 5-10 minutes, I again took my phone, clicked on the link. I watched the video. I couldn't watch it more than 30 seconds. Literally, I was shocked. I was sad. I don't know. I was feeling terrible. At the same moment, I decided that I will quit dairy. I was vegetarian before, so I had no options for non-vegetarian meat or any other poultry. But dairy was one thing that I was consuming. That was the only animal-based product I was consuming. So at the same moment, I decided I will not consume any dairy products anyhow. And I have, tried various diet plans till now. And my parents were like, why are you doing this? You look beautiful. You don't have to skip dairy for losing weight. Everyone thought like I am doing this for losing weight or like that. But it was not for that. It was for animals. I even told everyone that even if I gain weight, I will be vegan. So initially it was, quite a struggleful period. I need to convince everyone from relatives, friends, parents. It was lockdown, so mainly parents. So first they thought I will again come back to my routine and I will just do this for maybe a week. So firstly they didn't tell much about consume this or this, but they thought that I will come back to my routine. But I was so sure. I couldn't, when I was vegetarian, I couldn't live without buttermilk or ice cream. Mostly people are tea addicted, but I was addicted to buttermilk.
Especially the Gujaratis, every food, every meal is associated with buttermilk. You cannot skip it.
Yeah. So, but my mind, or you can say I was so powerful in that thought that I don't want to be part of this cruelty. So I had just sent the signals to my brain that I will not consume any dairy products. I had literally fought with my parents, like, please allow me. I will take care of my health. And so many promises were made. There were so many traits from them, like, if you won't eat this, we will do this. So initially I had to struggle a little, but after a couple of weeks, they understood my concept. Even I had shown them videos and some data that I researched. I had done literally a lot of research after turning vegan, like how animal-based farming, how animal industries, animal agriculture is related to not only global warming, it is also related to our health. So I have done a lot of research. I showed them to them. And they understood. Now they are not forcing me to consume any dairy products. And the best thing is my mom also turned vegan. So
super amazing. That was great.
Yeah. So that was the biggest support. I try to convey this message to people, like why I am not consuming dairy. I try to post on social media whenever there are any occasion when I feel I can educate people. I cannot force people to be vegan, but I can at least educate them that what is going on behind our demands. We are demanding cheese, ice cream, paneer, ghee, butter, like anything. The demand is so high that to fulfill that demand, the animals have to suffer a lot. So I try to educate them. I learned the concept of learn, relearn, and unlearn. Like we are taught so many things from our childhood in schools. Like cow gives us milk.
Yeah.
We get wool from sheep.
Yeah.
So these are taught to us, but we need to unlearn that thing. I am not talking about the ages ago when Lord Krishna was there. But now, if we consider the scenario of now, there is so much cruelty in dairy industries.
Yeah, I was about to ask that. That means being a Hindu, we used to pray Lord Krishna.
Yeah.
He was the one who was even showing that he was directly drinking the milk from the cow. So, means how about that? So.
At that time, the demand was not that much high. And another thing, every house had some
Their
cows.
own cattle.
Their own, yeah. So there was not much high demands. There were not much high demands for cheese and butter and all. They were fulfilling their own needs. They don't need to commercialize these dairy products. But now what is happening is everything is commercialized, and to reach the demand of our what cows had to go through is artificial insemination. That is very bad. That you cannot see. At least I cannot watch how it happens. And the baby cows are kept hungry, and their milk are sold. It's completely commercialized, a complete business. Then male cows are sent to either slaughterhouse. They are not taken care of. Now, in very early stages, the male cows were raised and they were used in farming. But now we have advanced technologies, we have tractors, we have different technologies. So male cows are also not needed. So they are directly sent to slaughterhouse. If you consider the facts, India is the second largest beef exporter. How? How these many cows are exported to other countries like Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Pakistan. In India, cow slaughter is not legal, but still there are many places where cow slaughter has been done, and there are so many trucks that are being caught.
Yeah.
So many places are there, but still India is the second largest beef exporter. How? These dairy cows who are not able to produce milk after certain period of time, they will sent to they are sent to this slaughterhouse. The baby cows are kept hungry, male cows especially.
So please. So means one thought was coming in my mind, and that instead of means for me say I love milk or say I love paneer ghee, I cannot turn vegan. But what I can do is, as you said about that Lord Krishna's time, so I got a thing in my mind that what if I pet a cattle in my house, take care of it like a baby, and then use the dairy products. So will that be considered in a better way? Then means this can also be a solution, right?
This can be a solution, but I would not support.
But we have to decommercialize. It is a very long way.
It is a very long way, and obviously, and will you guarantee you will take care of the cow after it stop producing the milk?
Yeah. So
what will you do if you?
We have to make him or her like a family member.
Yeah. And what will you do if I don't know how to explain. Like when cow gives milk, when it gets when it lactates, when it gets a baby.
Yeah.
So
right.
It will lactate for a couple of years, not more than that. So once it has given a birth to a baby, it will give milk for 2 years. What will you do after that?
Okay. So we have to take care about it.
Yes. So artificial insemination is like that only. Like every 2 or 3 years, the injections, all these procedures are
so that they can produce milk for longer amount of time.
Yes. And moreover, nowadays there are milk extracting machines. They are attached with cows. Like if you see the cow, if you see in the eyes of the cows, they feel a lot of pain. So, and I've seen many videos, and people generally say all this happens in abroad, other countries like USA, UK. No,
but I have also seen couple of videos in which means it was bleeding. Means
this happens. Even in small villages, now these machines are being used. So this is terrible. Like. And if you see the demand of the dairy industry, it is really, really high. So
from ice cream to paneer to a coffee to a tea which I was drinking in the morning.
Yeah, exactly.
Everywhere it is there. Correct.
You will not see any single dish without cheese nowadays. Like every single thing is like dosa, even pani puri has cheese in it. Like how? I've seen that.
This is something new. I learned various things regarding veganism. from you right now. Would love to study more. Let's say, means I'm inspired to be honest. I'll be reading more about it.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. We'll keep you updated about it for sure.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
hope this information, this kind of information will help people, where we are
Sure.
not imposing you to be vegan. Just be vegan,
Yeah,
be
just
vegan.
yeah.
Rather than that, we are just teaching you that what actually is happening. Now, what
Yes,
you think
yes.
is
Then
your
you
responsibility.
decide how
Yes.
you take these things. Like
Yeah. Right.
mostly what people do is they take vegan is a diet. Veganism is not a
Right.
diet. Plant-based is a diet where you don't consume any animal-based products. But veganism is what where you don't support any industries which exploit animals. Like you don't support wool industry. You won't support any industry which are testing any products on animals. In beauty industry, there are so many products which are being tested on animals, like rabbits, cats, dogs. So which is it is not ethical.
So people
So
use
veganism,
leather purse. They
yeah,
also
yeah, leather industry,
do that,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. Any industry that exploits animal is against veganism. So it's all about animal rights.
Correct. And also, I would love to ask how veganism helped you, means say, first physically, second mentally and emotionally. Means did you saw any changes and all?
Yes, sure. Uh, Physically, I would say I had thyroid since 2004, almost 16 years. So it was hereditary.
Okay.
I have tried several ways to recover from it, but I couldn't. But as soon as I turned vegan, my thyroid got normal in within 2 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
From
So
16 years to 2
yes,
months only.
exactly. Yes. So I was taking medicine since 16 years, and I was taking the same medicine. But since although I was not getting the good result, it was not normal. But after turning vegan, my thyroid got normal. So it helped me to reduce weight, because hypothyroidism is the you can say it is the disease, or it is the hormone which don't let you lose weight. So
Okay.
as soon as my thyroid got control, I started losing weight. I was doing so much activity. I have tried various of diet plans, and I can not count how many diet plans and other things I have tried. But after my thyroid issue, I started losing weight. So that was the biggest victory,
Amazing.
and I got more power to tell people, like, see, veganism. This veganism has done to me. Like, first question they will ask is about your food, diet, and health. Even if they are not health expert, they will ask, what about protein, what about calcium? So these questions we have to go through. Like every transitioning vegan or every person who just switched to veganism had to go through these questions, like what about this and that. So I got a proof. I got so much power to speak loudly, like, see, this is how veganism has impacted positively on me, mentally and emotionally. Initially it was a struggle to convince everyone, like, why I am vegan. I had to explain. I was like searching about veganism. So sometimes I used to give up. Okay, I don't want to argue with you. You keep your concept with you, like that. I used to give up.
Correct.
And now I can debate on like for 2 hours, 3 hours.
So you
I was the
educated
person,
yourself
yeah,
about the field and
yeah.
actually researched it and felt it yourself.
Yes. Like I was very quiet and shy person. I
Right.
was introvert. But after turning vegan, I am becoming little extrovert. I am taking part in debates. Like it will be normal conversation only, but I will have counter questions now. Before I used to just give up. Okay, as you say. But now I have my proofs with me. I have done research enough that I can counter question. I can ask. I can answer. So I feel more confident now.
Amazing. Amazing. So apart from that, how those extracurricular activities helped you throughout Means you were lucky that you have parents who supported you.
Yeah,
What do you
definitely.
think, means in what ways these extracurricular activities helped you throughout your life? Because I have seen you doing Kathak. You have those, what they call in English, I don't know, but Ghungru, which
Yeah,
is praised, right?
yeah,
And as well as you were good in doing makeup, while doing mime and other things. You were
yeah.
doing makeup, and it was amazing. You were doing it was, means your hand was super calm on it. You I have never seen you getting angry on anyone. You were
Yeah.
super calm, means even the situations were tensed, our team was getting, means say, backward, or we were losing, but still you were like super calm and composed. Everything will be fine. You were motivating everyone. So how those
Yeah.
extracurricular activities helped you throughout?
Extracurricular activities have played a major part in my life. Like, I used to think a lot. There were some incidents in my life which I want to discuss here, but I have seen depression very nearly. I have felt that. So these extracurricular activities have helped me to be focused in some activity rather than thinking of something. So as I told, I in school I used to do many activities. Like, my schedule was hectic from morning 6:30 to night 9 o'clock at the night. So I
Oh,
don't get time to overthink or like that. In college also, I used to come regularly to the classes or to the auditorium, and then I used to go for Kathak classes, which were for around 3 to 4 hours. So at that time also, from morning 10 to night 10. And after that I started taking personal tuition classes. So my schedule at that time was from morning 7 to evening 8 9. So I have always had hectic schedules, and due to these extracurricular activities, I used to get calm. Like, I don't recall my memories, or I don't take any tensions like that. I don't know how to explain that, but that feeling was not good. Like,
okay.
I uh, I used to literally forget what I was doing sometimes. When I'm alone, I used to think a lot. Like, while I'm driving, I need to go at some place, but I used to reach at another due to my thinking
Okay.
and all. So that was the issue. But extracurricular activities helped me sometimes to uh, re-energize myself from that.
So, did you face any kind of, say, body shaming or bullying due to that? And was it depressing? Means, I have seen multiple people doing, say, very, I would say, idiotic, or say they were having FOMO, that fear of missing out or something like that. So they were doing very different kind of things, or you can say very crazy things, to just be a part of group, just because their friends don't leave them. So was, means, it impact the person's mind very drastically, and have a very huge impact. So what is the message from you for that, and how was your experience?
Okay, that was, luckily I was not bullied at school, but I used to refrain from going family functions or get-togethers. You will get every unwanted advices to lose weight, so many comments, and it impacts, like, especially when you are a teenager, it impacts a lot. So it had affected me a lot. Among many reasons, this body shaming was one of the reasons for my depression. So yeah, it impacted a lot. I don't know how to explain that feeling, but you feel like you are out of the group. You don't belong to that group. And sometimes even the comments are not from outside, you feel from inside, like, I am something wrong is there in me, like that. And sometimes you feel like you are a loser, you are a failure. These things comes to the mind.
So, what is your advice to those kids who are facing it right now? Means you have crossed it, and
Ah,
you are out of it, and we are doing amazing.
yeah,
So, what is your advice for them? कि भाई डरना नहीं है तुझे वैसे.
yeah.
So, what is your advice?
Okay, so your goal should be to be healthy. If you see the numbers on the scale, it it don't reflect your health. Even if you are 30 or 40 kgs and you are your immunity is not good, it won't help you survive in further years. And even if you are of 90 or 100 kgs, you are doing all the activities, you have good immunity, you are healthy, you are not facing any health issues, then it's fine. You should your end goal should be healthy. Don't starve. Be kind to yourself. Like exercise is necessary. Exercise, I believe depression is legitimate, but I also believe that if you don't exercise, if you don't eat nutritious food, if you don't get enough sunlight, if you don't get enough sleep, or if you don't consume any positive material, or you don't surround yourself with support or positivity, then you are not giving yourself a chance to fight, So you have to take care of that. Don't starve, just be kind to yourself, be healthy, uh, try to be positive. And there are so many other you have to the weight losing is like you have to go through several experiments. You need to check on your body that what is affecting you. Like you need to have several experiments, like what works on me nicely, like intermittent fast works with me very nicely, but for some people it may want it may not. So
Yes.
you have to check like what will work for me and what not. Yeah, exercise is the best for anyone, not for only those who want to lose weight, but anyone. Exercise is the best. Meditation, and if you are feeling depressed, ask for help. That is the must. Don't go through the phase alone. There will be a feeling like you are smiling all the day, but inside you are screaming out loud, like you want to scream like anything. But ask for help. That is the must.
Super. मजा आ गया सुन के. I felt it means I have multiple. I share multiple things out of it, so I can totally relate to it. So some just say rapid question kind of things which I wanted to ask you.
Okay.
Ki, what thing made the biggest impact on your life? It can be any person, any activity, any memory of yours, any book or song, movie, anything.
Like there are many literally, but I would say veganism. Like
Okay.
after I turned vegan, I have learned a lot. Uh, I have grown a lot, like in not only in knowledge, but I have built a good group from that. I have connected to so many people over social media, so many like-minded people. Then I was a person who to take care about our ecosystem, global warming and all. I was part of Eco Club when I was in school. I had taken a pledge when I was in school in, I guess, 2004 or 5, that I want firecrackers for 1 year. But I am following that pledge till now. Like I don't firecrackers. I don't. I avoid single-use plastics. So that after turning vegan, it gave me boost to my these ideas, like to live a sustainable, minimalistic lifestyle.
Amazing.
So yeah, it gave me some boost. I was not following it properly, but now I have some paths to follow. I have got friends who follow the same thoughts, who have same ideas.
So you have a whole group. Once you
Yes.
Means live with 5 millionaire if you want to be the sixth one. So yes, live with 5 vegans. So you will ultimately have something better in that direction, right?
Yes. And I turned vegan for animals, but now I'm vegan for not only animals, but for health, and environment.
Correct. And
Animal
the
agriculture
community is
yeah.
a byproduct coming
Yeah.
out of it, right?
Yeah.
Things you were scared of.
Okay. I was scared of losing people, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
I don't know. Like I had fear of missing out in social media.
okay.
But I took a challenge last month that I will not use social media for a month or something.
Amazing.
And I didn't use social media for 1 month and I guess 1 week. And now I don't feel that. Like if you tell me like close your social media for 1 week, I
It
will
does
do
not
that.
matter.
Yeah, now it doesn't. Yes, like now I don't get anxious. Like, oh, what I will miss. Like
Yeah,
I don't get
people are
anxiety.
messaging me. I'm not
Yeah,
replying. Will they
yeah,
feel
yeah, yeah.
I'm getting rude?
Yes, yes,
Nobody cares, to be honest.
yes.
It's like even if you read someone's message and don't reply,
Yeah,
if they are your real friends, they won't mind it.
yeah.
They'll understand that XYZ person might be busy with
Yeah,
something, or
exactly.
he's not in a mood to reply, or he might be
Yes,
thinking about what to reply.
yes,
Correct.
yes, yes. So I used to
Correct.
get anxious a lot. So now I I don't have FOMO.
So I was also doing this. I quit social media for a week and saved around 12 hours, not 12 hours, 24 hours. So it was like adding one day to your
Yeah,
week,
yeah.
which I
You
was
can do so
spending
many
on
things
phone.
during that time.
Correct. So it is great. And biggest risk you took till date?
Okay. Risk. Yeah. After completing my graduation, I had planned to go to Canada. I was not sure how, but I took admission into universities, and there were some issues which I knew that I might face, but still I took the chance,
Okay,
and it was a failure. So, yeah, it was
happens. But you took the
happened.
risk.
Yeah.
Amazing. Any sacrifice which you made? Anything?
Sacrifice, I'm not sure if I have made any like big to count on, but some little sacrifice we all have to do.
Yeah, correct. And one rare thing about you, which people, these very rare people, but now you can share it with the audience.
Okay, that I already shared, I guess, about my depression and all. Like, I
Okay.
have seen.
Yeah, means because we never saw you say and feeling anything. You were a very calm, composed, mature
Yeah.
kind of person. So
Yeah.
in case if you were in college in later part of the time, means
Yeah.
during my second, third, or fourth year,
Yeah.
if I had anything, I would definitely come to you to ask about it. Like, how can I solve this thing or this situation of my life of the college? So how can I get out of it?
Actually, no
Even I
one knows.
texted
No.
you and other seniors which were there. I
Yeah.
multiple times texted. I bluntly take help. I call them.
That's
text
really
them.
nice. That's really nice.
Yes.
You don't have to suffer alone. You will get
Right.
guidance. You will get to know the experience of other people. If you ask me, then I will have some experience in that direction. Then I will guide you. Like, don't go in that direction. You will
Right.
get some ideas. So asking for help is always better. Like I was depressed for a long period of time, but in the last 2 years of my college, my graduation, I was quite depressed. My grandfather passed away during that time, but still I was, I was not able to cry. For 2 years, I didn't cry at all. I used to watch videos on YouTube. I used to Google like make me cry, make me cry.
Okay.
I have literally searched that, but nothing worked. But after I went to Ahmedabad for my internship and I started getting normal, and yeah, I cured myself. I cured it myself. So it is rare. I guess couple of friends know that, but not much people.
Right. Means it is the inner circle which knows everything
Yeah.
about you, not everyone.
Yeah.
What is your advice to 18 to 20-year-old students who are entering into college or the
Okay.
teenagers? What is the best advice you can give?
The best advice I can give is to be kind to yourself, be kind to everyone around you. Learn. Don't just follow anything blindly. Learn, understand, relearn, unlearn the things that you think this is not correct. Question things. Why? Why this is happening? Question things. And there are so many things that you can explore. Explore every option, and then go to the direction which you truly believe that you should go in. Like I have seen many engineers who are good creators, who are good dancers. So explore everything and take risks. Obviously calculated risks, but
Yeah.
take risks. Yeah. and ask for help.
Asking for help is must, because ultimately you will be falling somewhere, right?
Yes,
So you
exactly.
must ask for
Exactly.
help.
If you ask for help, you will get some guidance and motivation.
Correct. And any one person, idea, thing, or anything which is a motivation to you, means throughout your life.
My parents, my mother, my mom has always been inspiration to me. Even my
Amazing.
dad, both of them, and my grandfather too. Like, they are the three people who have helped me, motivated me, inspired me. Even though I was overweight, they have not ever judged me, or they have not told me to do this. I have followed various of diet plans. Like, when I was in entering teenage, when around, I guess, 2008 or 2009, I used to starve, literally starve. I that if you remember that Kellogg's K advertise, like, lose 2 kgs in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
So
I
in that,
remember.
yeah. So in that, what was that? Like, we just need to eat that Kellogg's and one fruit during the day, nothing except that. So I used to follow that. I tried various kind of diet plans, various types of medicines, Ayurvedic powders, so many things I've tried, but they have always supported me. Like, don't do that. You are fine. You look good. You are fine as you are. Don't be cruel to yourself. So they have always supported me, and uh, you know, yeah, they have the biggest support.
One moment of your life that is means कि a ritual type हो गया अभी which I ask at Inspire Talks कि कोई भी interview या talk में, and that what is the one moment of your life like रहता है ना कि मजा आ गया, this was the moment I wanted to live, so what
Okay.
was that moment?
When I entered Space Application Center ISRO for my internship, that like, I had dreamt to be there when I was very young. I was around 9 to 10 years old, but I went there in 2016. I still remember the day. I still remember the place, the surrounding. That was really amazing to me.
Amazing. Yeah, means it is a dream for many.
Yeah.
One of mine too.
Yeah.